everyone, and welcome to the very first video for 2021. If you've just clicked on this video, it is highly appreciated, but we're doing the same things that we've been doing. We're having conversations, and this is still a safe space for conversations. Today is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to you and yours, especially if you celebrate the day, whether you're celebrating it with your lover, your friends, or your family. And since it's Valentine's Day, I want to still keep to the theme of love, and that's what this video is going to be tackling. I went out on the streets of Johannesburg and I asked people what I thought was a very simple question, but people thought it was rather complex. I don't know. If you have an answer to this video, please put it in the comments below. But I went onto the streets of Johannesburg and I asked people, have you ever been in love, and how you would describe the feeling of love? And this is what they had to say.
I have. How would I describe it? I would say love is about sacrifices, you know what I mean? When you find that person you feel is worth it, then everything is effortless. So, you know, you do stuff for her, she does stuff for you, you do stuff for each other, and you know, you keep it moving. You know, it's unfortunate that we live in a world where disappointments can come in at any time, but otherwise it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
I am in love with someone. I would describe it as, I imagine that it's like seeing God in someone else and accepting them for who they are. It feels euphoric, but it's also I can't really explain it. It's a peaceful thing to feel. It's just harder when you don't get it back. Yeah.
Ever been in love? Yes. How would I describe being in love? It's like a weird trust. You know, it's just like you trust something and you don't even see. You know, it's like you trust something. You trust somebody like they got your back no matter what. And you almost feel like you always know when you're in love. You always know that the feeling is mutual. You know, like somebody loves you back. You risk a lot for love. You know, you do a lot of stupid things. Do a lot of things irrationally. You just can't quantify it. You just say, I am in love. You can.
I think I've definitely been in love before, and I would describe the feeling like, I don't know, like mushy and marshmallows and warm. Everything's soft and pretty and beautiful and gentle and intentional and strong.
Yeah, I've been in love. You know, the feeling is it's unexplainable. You know, I mean, I can't explain it, but you know when you're in love with someone, and you know you feel inseparable. You get a little bit jealous. It's a hard feeling to explain, but you know it, man. You know when you're in love, and you just don't love anybody else except that person. You just think about the person all the time. You know, you're just concerned about the person. You're just wondering how they are, how they're feeling, and yeah, I can't explain it, but you definitely know when you're in love.
I'm a bit older, so I'm married, and what I can say is that I've experienced like two types of love. One, there's that lustful type of love, like I want you and all that, which is very fleshy, and it has a very little substance. Actually, it has nothing to do with the character of the person and all that. But the experience I have of true love and deep love is when you love the person and how their character is, you know, and they add on to you. And imagining yourself without that person becomes a difficult experience, because you are able to be open with your deepest, darkest secrets with that person. So yeah, for me, that is more cemented love. It has little to do with the flesh and attractiveness, and it's almost like I always say that my husband is my best friend. You know, whenever I want to share something that happened through the day that is exciting or sad or whatever it is, or I'm going through something, he's my best friend. I go to him and I tell him everything, you know. And whether you fight or you don't fight, you still come back to that this is the person I want to be with, and that for me is love.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, man, it's warmth, man. You feel feel special, you feel welcome. Yeah, man, you know, having somebody, it's like having a partner for life. So it's very nice.
Yes, I've been in love more than once, and being in love, it's a unique feeling, and it gets one into trouble sometimes because you overdo stuff and you get hurt at the end.
I have been in love, and I highly recommend it. I think that love is patient, love is kind. You know what the Bible says about love. Well, I don't know if you know what the Bible says about love, but it is everything that the Bible says. I think what makes it tricky though is us as people, is selfish desire, it's doing wrong, it's sin, it's, you know, all of those things. And I think I've experienced love in different ways. So I've been in a romantic relationship, amazing. Even though it didn't work out, I still don't regret being in that relationship. I still think that that was the most amazing feeling I've ever had. I've never experienced anything like that. Yeah, it makes you just wanna, you know, it's euphoric almost. But it's also work. It's also painful sometimes. Yeah, man, it's a crazy emotion, and there's nothing like it. And then there's the love of God, which for me is also something that I actually don't understand, because it's so consistent, even though when I'm not consistent, and it always shows up and it never disappoints, which to me is mind-blowing, because even the people that I say I love, I've disappointed, I've, you know, fallen short. So there's that. Then there's love for my friends, love for my country, whatever. But I think for the purposes of a question, I have been in love, and I really believe that I would be extremely lucky if I'm graced to love again. You know, maybe not in exactly the same way, but in a way that I think is for me. So yeah, I have.
Yes, a couple of times. It's difficult to explain, but at the same time, as a human being, you should be able to understand that this person is either coming from a hurt place or, you know, so you should just bear with them.
Yes, I have been in love before, so many times. How do I describe love? I don't think there's a word actually that could ever describe love. But love is just, for me, it's a beautiful feeling. You never get enough of it. You always want to experience it. You always want to give it. You always want to feel it. It's that feeling it's a feeling that gives you those butterflies, that fuzzy warmth in your heart, chills, you know. And for me, love is being able to let go and loosen up and let someone else actually depend on someone else, and let yourself to be vulnerable to someone else. For me, that's love, basically. Being able to be vulnerable, being able to open up, being able to put down the walls, not having doubt, just living and experiencing it to the fullest. So for me, that's love.
Love is a powerful thing. I think love is a radical thing. And I think knowledge is power. No. So a part of me feels like you need to know what love is before you think of yourself in love. So if you know what love is, if you take love as a noun, then you can make a judgment and pronounce the love that you have. So I think in most cases, especially growing up, I'd think of love as something which I need to be in without understanding what it is that I need to be in. So yeah, I've been in love, but I think I am in love right now, and I'm gonna be more in love tomorrow. It's overwhelming. It's describing it is counterproductive, because you're trying to put into material or into earthly explanation something which is infinite. So it's like trying to define infinity using time. It's like it's not possible. So I think my best attempt at explaining love, it's still foolish.